KMBC 9 investigates a system that you pay for to keep people safe. Our team is talking to people claiming Missouri's public guardianship system is broken.
Investigative reporter Matt Fleener joins us with the first story in a series called Paper Prisons.
Laura and Chris, Paper Prisons, a tangled web of court paperwork keeping people in public guardianship in Missouri. We followed a son who has battled in court for years to see his mom. He regrets asking a public guardian to take care of her, while the guardian tells us she's performed her duties in an exemplary manner.
It's a story that needs to be told.
78-year-old Shirley Butler is no criminal. But these papers have kept her locked up for years in nursing homes and psychiatric facilities across Missouri.
When I hear the word guardian, it makes me cringe.
Shirley's son, Greg Lee, believes his mom is trapped inside Missouri's public guardianship system, a system of paperwork signed by judges, doctors, attorneys, and elected officials, keeping Shirley and others in paper prisons.
She was placed under guardianship. I didn't know what a guardian was at the time. I didn't know what a public administrator was at the time.
6 years ago, Greg signed this paper. His sister, Shirley's daughter, signed it too. They asked the public administrator of Pulaski County, Missouri, to be a temporary guardian for their mom after Shirley's boyfriend got sick with cancer.
This was just a couple days before Mom was taken from her home.
Every Missouri county has a public administrator. They're elected, sometimes appointed as public guardians when people can't care for themselves or don't have family or friends to help. Public administrators serve more than 11,000 wards of the state, like Shirley Butler. In Pulaski County, Greg and his sister signed their mom's guardianship agreement together in 2019, asking Pulaski County's public administrator to serve as public guardian over their mom and her estate. Since then, Greg, his sister, and the public administrator's office have battled in multiple court cases over the future of Shirley Butler's care. Lee believes asking for a public guardian was the biggest mistake of his life. He wants nothing more than to see his mom escape public guardianship.
I threw my mom in the fire. I thought I was helping her, and all I did was make her life hell. So I can't stop fighting now.
When Shirley Butler became a ward of the state, Pulaski County's public administrator got full access to her money, her home, and her life's decisions. Greg didn't know how hard it would become to see her. Lee alleged a previous public administrator kept him from seeing his mom, but a judge said the public administrator was working in her best interests. A court also denied Lee his plan to move his mom into his home, issuing judgments 3 times since the original guardianship placement, finding Lee was unable to care for his mother and that the guardianship in place was needed. One judgment from 2021 also says his conduct when he visited his mom was upsetting to Ms. Butler and disruptive to other residents and staff members, saying there were 20 to 30 disruptions during visits. Greg denies that he caused any disruptions during any visits or that his visits were upsetting to his mother. Still, Greg believes the current Pulaski County Public Administrator, Becky Allen, has made it hard to see his mom. He also claims his mom's had injuries while she's remained under guardianship.
She's had multiple falls. She's had a fractured pelvis.
Allen did not answer questions from KMBC 9 Investigates after multiple attempts to reach her. Instead, she sent KMBC a written statement her attorney wrote, saying a court had found her office had performed their duties, responsibilities, and care for Ms. Butler in an exemplary, professional, and efficient manner. We still had questions.
Miss Allen, my name is Matt Fleener. I work for KMBC 9 News, and I wanted to see why Shirley Butler's still under guardianship.
Allen turned around and walked away when we saw her recently.
Do you have anything to say about Mr. Lee?
I think the guardianship process, to an extent, should be abolished.
Lee believes there is much more the public should know about his mom and anyone else that feels trapped in a paper prison. He wants her free from public guardianship for good.
It's got to stop.
Now, we tried multiple times to get a hold of Greg's sister. She has not returned our texts or emails. We've also updated comments from the Missouri Association of Public Administrators talking about how vital their work is to Missouri and how many people actually benefit from the system of guardianship. You'll be able to find that at KMBC.com. Chris.
Matt, thank you. Our investigation into these paper prisons doesn't end here. Tomorrow, KMBC 9 Investigates follows Greg Lee as he tries to see his mom at her nursing home.
This is guardianship in Missouri.
And we were there as he ended up in handcuffs. What's next in his fight to see his mother? Tomorrow night at 6.